Yes, mate, I hope you are all well. So, as I mentioned to you earlier, I wanted to do you a nutrition audit because this is what we really need to focus on. If you want to achieve results and we want to get you in shape, nutrition is the most important factor right now. So, you've got your training, you've got your cardio, but the nutrition is something we need to work on together if we're going to get you start seeing results. So, what I want to do is I want to go through your food and basically tell you what's good to eat out of the food you've been eating and what is not worth eating, because that's going to give you a better understanding of what you can eat and how you can plan your meals out. And I've actually wrote meal ideas down from the food you've been eating, so I'm hoping that's going to help you. But we need to communicate together to come up with some sort of plan with the food and get you eating consistent meals, because otherwise you won't get the results you want if we don't nail this. So that's just me being honest with you. That's what we'll do. We will go down from the 14th. So on here, bro, what have you got on here? So you've got some bagels with granola milk, white hot chocolate, a pain chocolate, and some granola. So this meal here, bro, breakfast, that's a very high carb meal for just breakfast, yeah? You want to just, for that meal, you'd probably only want to have like a bagel or two bagels and then some protein with that. So maybe like two eggs or something like that. Keep the meals smaller. You want to be having less carbohydrates in the morning. You want to split this eat out evenly throughout the day. So what else did we have that day? Some cashews and some bread with honey and butter. So yeah, the cashews, nuts, that's good healthy fats, but and once again, you want to be having a balanced meal, so some protein, some carbs, and fats in that one meal. Because as you can see here, you only hit 47 grams of protein, 225 grams of carbs. So we want to be keeping the carbs way down. You want to be with your protein, you need to be getting over 100, 160 around that sort of mark. So next one, same again. So for breakfast, we've got granola, which is not the worst. It's quite high in calorie, but ideally you'd want to stay away from that in the morning because it's quite a lot of calories to have. So that's a very high carb once again, and there's no protein in there. So ideally, you're going to be having protein in the morning. And for lunch, you've got honey roast Scottish salmon pasta salad. So that's pretty good to be honest, bro. You got the salmon is amazing, mate. It's got healthy fats in and it's got protein. So that's something you wanna look to have more of, but actually in meals. Then you've got some chicken sheesh, naan bread, vegetable curry, cooked rice. So yeah, it looks like you had a little curry that night, which is fair enough, mate. But what I was gonna say, if you look how many meals, how many calories is in that, that's 1,451 calories, and that's just in your dinner. So your daily calorie target is 2,100. So you really want to be bringing the calories down for these meals. You want to be having like 400 to 500 calories per meal. So you really want to be balancing it out through the day, because otherwise all this energy is getting piled on in one hit and you're not burning it out off throughout the day. And you just need to keep them carbohydrates down. Next one, 16. So you've got mandarins. So that's like you've got rice with chicken, seafood rice dish. So it's quite a lot again in one sitting. So it's about splitting that out. So you've got mandarins. They'd probably be pretty good to have pre-workout. So it's a bit of sugar, get that blood pumping around the body. So that's something you could look to have pre-workout. Cooked white rice and chicken. So that would be good to have as a meal. So chicken and rice is a healthy meal, but you want to be having like 150 grams of chicken, 125 grams of rice, but you want to be tracking that on the app. And that's why I said to buy food scales, because they're so beneficial, because you can weigh out and know how much you're eating. And then you've got the seafood rice dish, so that sounds pretty good to me. I don't know what was actually in that, but seafood is decent to have because it's got protein in. 18th, we only had one meal. We'll have a look at that. So that grenade carb killer, white chocolate cookie, that's good to have because it's got protein in. It's probably quite low in carb. So if you're going to eat them, mate, I would keep those in because that's got about 20 grams of protein in, that's what you want to be having. Then on the 20th, 671. So you had some steak bites, some rice, some stuffing. So steak bites, that's pretty good. cooked white rice, that's good as well. So them together, that's a pretty good meal. So that'd be a good idea to keep something like that in your food plan. 21st, Quaker oats, honey, New York bagels. So once again, it's a lot of carbs, but no protein in that meal. So using all your carbs up first thing in the morning. So what would be good is to have the oats with some protein as well, a protein shake, or have something else with it. Maybe take the bagels out. So you don't want to be having a lot of carbs in the morning. Pasta and tuna. That's a very good meal. So that's something you want to keep in because tuna pasta, protein and carbs. Dinner, you had salmon and garlic bread. So salmon, a salmon fillet, that's very good because that's got a lot of protein in. That's going to help you get the protein you need, healthy fats. Garlic bread's probably the best thing to have, mate, because it's very high in carb and it's not that great. But pineapple, you can have like things with a garlic bread. You can have this sort of stuff, mate, but it's got to be in balance and in moderation. So you want to be having it like it's the 80 to 20% rule. So this rule means 80% of your food needs to come from clean whole foods, and then the other 20% can come from wherever. So it's about having that balance. And once you nail that, mate, that's when you'll start seeing good results. 20 seconds. What did we have? Yeah, the pre-workout grenade cookie dough. So yeah, the grenade stuff's good, mate, because it's got protein in, and yeah, it's low in carb. 23rd. Yep, once again, you had the white chocolate cookie from Grenade. That's good to have. Turkey breast and rice and broccoli. That's a banging meal there. That's what you want to be having, mate. Them sort of meals there. Clean protein with rice and then veg. That's a spot on meal. Protein and carbs, balance that. Then you've had pineapple again. Once again, that's good for pre-workout, but I wouldn't have loads of it because it's sugary carbs again. Even though it's fruit, too much of that is gonna hinder your progress. But it's good to have in balance. And then you've got king prawns, so they're actually pretty good because it's fish and it's high in protein, which is good. So you've got with a Hovis bread and some cashew nuts. So yeah, that's not the end of the world, mate. That bread is not that bad to have like with in balance. And then you've got cashews. Nuts are actually very high in calories, so when you have nuts, you want to make sure you're having them balanced and not having too many at once, because then that's quite a lot of calories to be having. 24th. Grenade carb killer, grenade protein shake. That's a pretty good breakfast, mate. High in protein. Then you had a Sainsbury's tuna and sweet corn sandwich. That's another good choice because you've got the tuna and the sweet corn. Then you had KFC, Oreo, and dairy milk. So these sort of foods, mate, you sort of only want to be having like you want to be having one small thing like that a day. You want to be taking those out. So if you just had the dairy milk, that would have been fine. But that's it. You want the 80 to 20% rule. So the rest of your foods want to be clean, mate, because otherwise you're not going to be able to drop body fat if you're eating stuff like that. Um, Maynard Bassett's fizzy fish. I don't actually. Oh, they're sweet. I didn't actually know what they was. I forgot. 25th. So you've got croissants, yogurt and oats, chicken and sweet corn. So yeah, once again, you need to be getting. We want to be getting that protein in, mate. Keeping the carbs down. What we got here? So yeah, it looks like you've tracked some different stuff here, but yeah, same again here, mate. Just a lot of carbs and not enough protein. So once again, you want to be balancing all that out, mate, throughout your regular meals. You want to be having like 4 meals a day, good meals, then balancing it out. But from what you've eaten, I just wrote some meals down. So you've got meal one. You've had this quite a lot, which is grenade protein shake and a grenade white chocolate cookie. So that is a good meal. Maybe add that with some oats or something like that. We can put that in. Or a bagel. That's a good breakfast because you've got carbs from the bagel and then you've got the protein from the shake and the cookie. Meal two, I've wrote down turkey breast 100 grams, rice 125 grams, which is good. Meal 3, you will be having like a tin of tuna, 150 grams of cooked pasta, so I'll put cooked in there. Pre-workout, I said just 2 slices of pineapple because I noticed you've had that quite a lot. Meal 4, Quaker oats, so I'll put 80 grams for that. And then a protein shake, so that's a meal together. And then meal 5, chicken breast, 150 grams, 125 grams of rice, and 15 grams of peanuts. So this is sort of based on the food that you've been eating yourself. So this is just a rough idea of how you could put your foods into meals, because that's what we want to be doing. Bit like this nutrition PDF that I sent you, mate. Like you really, for you, be very good to read this, mate, because it's gonna massively help you with your meals. Like it's gonna show you how to plan. I've sent you it a couple of times, but honestly, mate, if you can start looking at getting a better understanding of nutrition, what's in it, because it tells you here what calories are in what. So 4 calories in 1 gram of protein, 9 calories in a gram of fat, 4 calories in 1 gram of carbs. So here, this shows you how you can plan your meals if you like to eat regularly, yeah? So look, this is how you can plan your meals out. It's got all different examples how you can plan your meals out in a day. If you can start getting these meals in, mate, consistently, then you're going to start seeing results. Same here. This is if you like to eat bigger meals. So it's the same again. It's more whole foods in there. Like it's all the stuff you like, mate. It's got tuna in there, pasta, bagels, oats, granola. Then it's got like Greek yogurt. So it's about really having a look at this, mate, and getting a rough idea of how to plan your meals. Because all the carbohydrates that you're eating in one go, they're not getting used as energy, so they're storing as body fat. Because carbohydrates, yeah, they're our main source of energy. So if you don't use them up, or you eat too many in one go, they just store as body fat. So you need to be balancing them out throughout the day to use them efficiently. So that's what we need to focus on. So it's about creating these healthy meals that you can eat throughout the day and getting that protein in, mate, because it's so important to be hitting that protein goal. Because otherwise, you're not going to be building any muscle, and you're just gonna not body's not going to be able to build muscle properly. So yeah, so I hope all this makes sense, mate. It's quite a long video, but I really wanted us to go over your nutrition properly, and hopefully you can get a better understanding of what you should eat. But if you've got any questions, mate, just let me know, and then I'll see what I can do to help.